right, so we're all set to go here. Schedule 15-round World Middleweight Championship. There's Jake LaMotta. Jake in terrific shape. Round number one, the bell is sounded, and we're ready to go. As you know, this is the sixth time these two men have fought. LaMotta right after Ray Robinson. 5 wins over in Europe just before the end of the year last year. He's 120 victories. The only loss, barring his record, is against the very man in the black front, Jake LaMotta. 120 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw with 75 knockouts. And as you well know, Sugar Ray Robinson is the world welterweight champion, 147-pound champ. If he wins tonight, he gives up that title to become the middleweight champion, but has a 5-inch reach advantage over Jake LaMotta. Raging Bull comes inside, likes to fight inside. He knows how to use that left hand in the face. He has a nice jab. Look at the way he throws it, too. Throw it from different angles. Look at the body shot. Like he wants this bad tonight. LaMotta won his title in 1949 from Frenchman Marcel Cerdan. You know, they were supposed to have that return match before the unfortunate plane crash when, of course, Marcel Cerdan was killed, and a real tragedy for the boxing world and the people of France to have a shot at seeing their former world champ get back at Jake LaMotta, but it wasn't meant to be. And both of these men are in tremendous condition. You know, you never know about Ray Robinson, but we do know that he fought 5 times last month, about 2 months ago, rather, in December. He fought actually November 27th, December 9th, December 16th, December 22nd, and on Christmas Day in Europe, all in Europe, scored 4 knockouts, so he should be in terrific shape. Coming up to the closing seconds of this kind of even first round, both men showing that they can score on different occasions. And the bell ends the first round. 28 victories, 15 losses, 3 draws, 28 knockouts. The pride of Bronx, New York. Here, a lot of guys out here, and that kind of surprises me. On the 14th of February, as most of you are aware of, Jake LaMotta has never been down in his career, and Ray Robinson has never been knocked out. So you've got 2 tough men here. Even that questionable Billy Fox affair a few years ago, that Jake wouldn't go down. He's in terrific shape for this fight. You can just see he wants it so bad. And again, it's that plotting tactics, always coming forward. Jake LaMotta. And the reigning welterweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson, is able to hold him off, backpedaling, sliding, circling to his left. Classic boxer against the puncher and brawler. Ray Robinson through first round, and here in the second round, up on his toes, continues to circle left, backs away. One of the few men in boxing that can have a definitive good left jab while he's backing away. Nobody has ever been able to do that. And he does it as good as anybody. Those easy victories in December certainly kept him in great condition. And I think his handlers like to see him working because, you know, he's the star. No holiday for Ray Robinson. Oh, look at the way Ray landed these shots. A body shot. Left side of his rib cage. LaMotta a little bit more tentative here now in round number 2. That real good right hand crashed into the rib cage of Jake LaMotta. Robinson has got plenty of power in spite of the fact he's 4.5 pounds lighter. Coming up to the end of round number 2 now. This has been an interesting round. Oh, nice left hook. And here we go with round number 3, Chicago Stadium. I'm Bob Sheridan. Glad that you can be with us for this scheduled 15-round World Middleweight Champion. Jake ties him up for one of the few clinches in the fight. Referee Frank Sikora not having to do too much, men, because they know exactly what they want to do, and they don't tie each other up too much thus far. We're only in round 3, though, in the scheduled 15-round World Championship fight. 160-pound division. LaMotta keeps coming forward. Look at the jab of Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray bounces that left off the forehead. Back with a straight left of his own is Jake LaMotta. LaMotta continues to stalk his man, and notice the hand speed of Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray back. LaMotta lands 2 light jabs of his own. This is round 3 action, and there's 2 more jabs. But notice when Robinson wants to plant his feet and throw that right hand, he's shown the ability. I think the best punch was in that last round when he crashed that right hand to the ribs of LaMotta, and that's got to take its toll if he's able to do that. When Jake throws his left hand out, Ray Robinson, hey, right there again. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at the body shot. Notice the body to nail him right behind that left elbow of LaMotta, hurting the left rib cage, and he has hurt it, of Jake. That will bring down the left hand and leave the... Doesn't seem to have a fight plan. Nice left hand, right hand scored by Sugar Ray Robinson. LaMotta, as I started to say, just keeps coming forward. He's the brawler, and that's all he wants to do is brawl. Closing seconds now of this, the third round. A good third round. Chicago Stadium. And we want to wish all the women watching around the world a happy Valentine's Day. Jake LaMotta continues to want to brawl. He comes forward, lands a couple of shots to the head of the welterweight champion, behind the right elbow to the body of Jake LaMotta. The jab in the face of LaMotta again. LaMotta wants to load up two nice left hooks to the solar plexus of Sugar Ray Robinson. Closing seconds now, this is the fourth round. With round number 5, Bob Sheridan here at Chicago Stadium. It's the sweet science of boxing. Look at him, he tries to get the jab through as LaMotta counters with his right hand. Right hand lead that time by LaMotta. Now let's see how LaMotta counters with his right hand. Right hand lead that time by LaMotta. Now let's see how Robinson handles this. Remember today at the weigh-in, LaMotta had a little bit of a problem with his weight. He was able to come in just at 160. If he had been overweight, the fight was going to continue tonight. However, he would have lost the title on the scales and given it to Sugar Ray Robinson. And then this would have been a non-title fight. But that didn't happen. Jake trained like the bull he is to get ready for this fight. And as I say that, Ray Robinson lands a nice combination. I thought that LaMotta may have won the first round. Robinson definitely won 2 and 3. And I thought LaMotta might have won the fourth. So it's a fairly close fight here. Fifth round action. You see LaMotta gets through every once in a while with the left hand. But I see more of a fight plan for Sugar Ray Robinson. Robinson wants to bang that rib cage again. He goes downstairs to the body again. Back upstairs with the left hand in the face of Jake LaMotta. LaMotta comes forward. Ray Robinson continues to back off. But he's able to land that right hand behind the left elbow. So strong. He's never been down. And we mentioned that questionable fight he had with Billy Fox. He wouldn't even go down in that. He refuses to go off his feet. Once in a while, you see guys talk to each other in the ring here, too. LaMotta goes with the left hook downstairs, then upstairs with it. Ray Robinson able to hold him off. He feints with the left and then catches him with a good left. Nice left hook that time by Sugar Ray Robinson, the reigning welterweight champion of the world. He bounces it off the face, comes to the uppercut. One whistles past the nose, one over the head of Jake LaMotta. LaMotta continues to come forward. Robinson continues to backpedal, slides around to the left, looking for the opportunity to land the right hand to that rib cage. He bounces the left off the face, and LaMotta having a real good round 5 here. People here in Chicago love seeing the right hand get through by Ray Robinson, and right behind that, you notice that right hand to the rib cage again? It's almost a kidney shot, but not quite. He's banging him right on that left rib cage, and because of that, notice the left hand of Jake LaMotta, the middleweight champion, how he's hanging it so low. We're in the closing seconds of the 5th round. It's been a good 5th round, but a big, big punch at the end to end the 5th round of this fight. They keep on going, and the reigning welterweight champion taking on the world middleweight champion, Jake LaMotta, in the black trunks. LaMotta has continued to come forward. I think he's had a real good 4th and 5th round. Ray Robinson takes a light left hand, and maybe it's light from where we sit here at ringside, but it's a pretty good left hand now that I think about it again. Look at this. LaMotta bangs away with that left hand. And that's a kind of a classic way when Ray Robinson wants to rest a bit. He has a tendency to hook the elbow down, but when he does that, he always leaves the right hand free of his opponent. In this case, LaMotta has a lot of power in his right hand. He caught him with a light right hand. Good right hand that time. Wow, with the left hand is Jake LaMotta. LaMotta comes forward. He's pressuring the welterweight champion Robinson a little bit more here now in the 6th round. Jake can feel victory, and he wants it so bad. Ray Robinson has just flat outboxed him in the previous 5 times that they've met. This is their 6th meeting, and every time they meet, I'll say one thing, everybody, including myself, gets their money's worth. It's unbelievable. And the crowd here in Chicago, almost 15,000 strong, has turned out to see these two men from New York. You know that Jake is from the Bronx, born Giacobbe LaMotta. We know him as Jake, the Raging Bull. And you see the way he's fighting tonight, why they call him the Bull. As the left hand now, as Robinson wants to change things in the second part of this sixth round. Robinson up on the toes now, backpedaling. And you see Jake landing some good jab like Jeff. Watch the right hand of Ray Robinson. He wants to bang those ribs again. He'll do it in the middle of a combination. He wants to hurt LaMotta and get that left hand down. Jake comes in with his hands down. He just doesn't care. And that's why Ray Robinson is able to hold him off a bit with that jab, because Jake just throws his punches wide. He doesn't seem to mind taking a shot to get one in. He is some kind of tough guy from the Bronx. Of course, the people uptown in Harlem want Ray Robinson to win. And there's that left jab on the chin to hold him off. Wild right hand there. Both men landing punches here now in the sixth round. This is a good action-packed round again. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because what round hasn't been action-packed with these two? LaMotta coming forward all the time, the classic pursuer. Look at this. Look at the ham speed of Sugar Ray Robinson. Much those 3 or 4 real good body shots that Ray Robinson has landed to the left rib cage of Jake LaMotta is beginning to hold. LaMotta with a left hook of his own, backs off Ray Robinson. That's a real solid left hook by LaMotta, but he hasn't dropped Robinson. Ray Robinson has never been KO'd, and Jake, as you know, has never been on his PC, you might say. He's never been down on the canvas. 7th round action here in Chicago Stadium. Glad that you can be with us wherever you're watching around the world. The 160-pound World Middleweight Championship. 2 tremendous fighters, Jake LaMotta and Sugar Ray Robinson. No matter what happens tonight, we haven't heard the last of these 2 men. They're both wrestling styles. LaMotta seems to land a lot of blows and seems to force the fight, but the counter-punching of Ray Robinson will catch the eyes of the judges. And that's another thing. The judges always seem to go and cast their eye towards the flashier of the 2 fighters, and the flashier of the 2 is Ray Robinson. So in close rounds, if you're scoring along with us at home, in spite of the fact that you see big shots like that landing by Jake LaMotta, LaMotta has got to definitively win his rounds, where Ray Robinson can just kind of sneak by winning his rounds. It's the style. And your eye just has a tendency to float towards the busy guy who steps to the left, back to his right, uses the left. Nice right hand sword by Sugar Ray Robinson. Robinson caught Jake, but he hasn't been able to shake him. Look at the legs. Still plenty of bounce in the legs. If you call it bounce, and LaMotta's plotting style, he just keeps coming forward. You've got to thrust a sword into this bull to stop it. Uppercut, left hook by Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray up on his toes again, bouncing around, continually circling to his left. Takes that quick shovel step, comes back to his right now. Now he's backpedaling to his left, and you see LaMotta continuing to plod. Notice that quick left hand on the nose of Jake LaMotta. Again on the nose of Jake LaMotta. LaMotta's nose is flattened out. They're both getting a little bit puffy around the eyes. Both. This is round number 7 coming to an end. As Ray Robinson tries to pick up the pace that he established in the 7th round. Jake LaMotta does not want to let him off the hook, so he keeps coming forward. Lands the right hand. Jake. Another one bounces off that flattened out nose of Jake LaMotta. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got a broken nose already. His face is a mess.